are back. Hunter Hayes is live in the studio.
I'm here.
That's a recording, but Hunter's here. Say something. Say
Hi.
hello. Let the people know that you're here.
Hello, friends. I hope you're all doing well.
Can we jam this out for a minute? Listen to this.
Oh, no.
This is you. How old are you in this?
Well, my favorite part for everyone listening at home, my favorite part is that I can't hear anything.
What do you mean you can't hear anything?
I don't have headphones on purpose because I just wanted to chat and hang out.
I don't take.
So this is great. So I don't get to be embarrassed. I don't have to be embarrassed by my own music. You guys can listen.
This is a little storm warning that's coming
yeah,
right
nice.
now. How old were you when this came out?
12.
Or no, when you recorded this, how old were you?
I was 18.
18.
When I recorded. 17, 18 when I recorded this.
18.
I know.
I
know. I still feel like one too, for sure.
I
still act like one all the time.
No, is that
still? Yeah, absolutely.
Is that the truth?
Huh?
Do you feel that way? You feel like that's the truth?
I feel young. Yeah. I mean, I guess I am.
You are young, dude.
33. I know, but like it's also like funny. I've been in this business since I was 2. You know what I mean? Like I've been doing it for a while, but I still feel very young and new and like, kind of wide-eyed and very optimistic.
Well, they can't see you, but you look fresh as it is. And you look very baby face.
Thank you. I appreciate
Your hair
that.
looks great too, by the way.
Thanks.
Unbelievable.
Thanks. I decided not to wear a hat today.
I want to ask you about something because I'm so touched by this story that your mom took guitar lessons.
Yeah, dude.
In order to teach you guitar.
Yeah,
That's how you
never
learned
picked
guitar.
it up again. Yeah.
She had to learn. She went out and learned how to play guitar to teach you guitar.
But it's important to give context. So I started when I was very young. Before I remember any of this, I've just heard the story, so I retell it the best that I can. But I was given a toy accordion when I was like 2 years old, and I never put it down. So then we had to buy another one to fix the one I would carry around. And we ended up having to, anyway. So I was playing accordion, and I would get these random gigs, if you want to call them that, where I'd just go play accordion in front of a grocery store or whatever. And so my mom was like, I kind of want to learn guitar so that you don't have, when you do these, gigs by yourself, I was about to call them shows, and that's way, that's not it. But when I would do these gigs by myself, she was like, I want to go learn and play guitar so that I can go and maybe play some songs with you. And so she took 2 weeks of guitar lessons. She would come home every night and show me what she learned. And, she leads a very busy life. She's a school teacher. She's a coach. She's been a bus driver for, the teams at her school that she teaches at. So she never picked it up again, and I kept playing, and I fell in love with guitar because of that.
Wait, so did you ever take formal lessons?
No.
Or wait, hold on. Your mom taught you everything you know about guitar formally?
I wouldn't say it that way, and I don't know that she would say it that way.
But what would she teach you? She would teach
She
you
would teach me chords,
chords.
my hands were like, I was young. I was a tiny dude, and it was like a big guitar, and so I had to like kind of come up with my own way of playing the chords, which I still play that way. But yeah, she taught me the chords, and then there was Tim McGraw and the Dance Hall Doctors had just put out the album with Red Ragtop on it, and it had a couple of songs that were like really guitar riff heavy, and so I used that because they were very straightforward single note guitar riffs, and so that felt approachable, and so I started with that, and then much like yourself, moved on to Brad Paisley and all kinds of stuff. I mean, like I wanted, like one summer I listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Allman Brothers, and Eric Clapton exclusively for a whole year, honestly. And then it just kind of went from there. So, yeah.
How did you write the riff for Storm Warning, though?
Dude, okay, I have to give credit where it's due. So, growing up in Louisiana, I played a lot of Cajun music.
Yeah,
right?
This is a steel guitar riff, right?
It's a steel guitar riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a steel guitar riff that was played. There was a guy named Turtle, Kevin Cormier, a guitar player that I like loved. He played in a ton of these like Cajun bands, and he would kind of compile a steel guitar part with an electric guitar part, and so the whole song. Right? That's every song. So like I learned that from him, and he would play a Strat. He played a blue Strat, which is why my signature thing is a blue Strat. It's a Cutlass. Ernie Ball Cutlass. Have you played the signature?
No.
We'll get into that later. I'm obsessed with it. That's why I asked. But yeah, so Storm Warning. That's not how Yeah, it's just a.
Keep playing a little bit. Just keep playing a little more. Come on.
Normally do it
Listen to this guy.
with a capo.
So how old were you when you wrote that riff? We can get you a capo. Do you need a capo?
No. I was 17, I think.
So So it was this mentor. Who was he? He was a friend?
Kevin Cormier, yeah,
Kevin-
Turtles, what we called him.
Kevin is out here
So chill.
playing these steel guitar licks, and
Yeah.
he was playing something in the style of that, and you said I could write a song with that lick.
Well, I think honestly, like it was my first time writing with Gordy Sampson, who I'm a massive fan
I
of,
love that.
right?
Where else has Gordy written?
Dude, the list is long.
Give me
It's
a
long-
song. What?
Jesus, Take the Wheel. Let's start there.
That's a great song.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that was
you're-
kind of like an easy one, you
so
know.
you sit down with Gordy Sampson. You're 17.
Yeah.
And
Busby.
Busby.
It was my first time writing with
Wow.
Busby. So the two of them in a room together, I was like, this is lightning. I have to show up, you know? So I had some ideas and I had some things. I had just bought my first Martin OM 45.
How'd you have the money to get a Martin?
My first publishing deal came with an advance. And I blew all of it on gear. I just like blew all of it on studio gear. And that was the first like big purchase. The actual, it was the first guitar that I'd ever, I can't believe I'm saying this, but most of the guitars that I played up until that point were gifts from other musicians. You know, like my first Strat was my buddy Fabian, who I grew up listening to and playing with. He played in the band that I played in, and he gave me this guitar. He was like, I want you to have a Strat. Somebody else, similar kind of situation. They were like, man, I really think you should have this kind of guitar. And so, yeah, so all of them had these stories and these histories and this relationship, honestly, right? Like they still do. Like the Wordsmith
Right.
Telly or the Wordsmith Strat that I play is Fabian's guitar. And it's been on stage with me since I was 2 years old before I could play. So like, and it carries this memory of him. And so like, so.
I want to know about Busby was a friend of mine. I want to know about that session, how you felt going in.
It was so intimidating because his energy is incredible. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm, 17, learning from everybody and just like stoked to be in the room with the two of these guys. Cause like the whole Sunburn record was something that I had spun and was obsessed with. It wasn't Sunburn, was it? No, the album was Sunburn. Anyway, so yeah, and Busby's, he had just released this sort of the singer-songwriter album at the same time. So I was studying that. And just to be in the room with the two of them was one of those things where there is not enough caffeine to keep up with both of them.
I feel that way about you, though.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I
And you
appreciate
felt that way about them.
Absolutely, yeah. And so I just picked up a guitar, and that's the thing that I do because I study Turtle and Kevin Carp. So like learning Cajun music through guitar, that's just a natural thing for me. I was just riffing, right? I just picked it up, and I mean, I probably just did this, just I mean, I'm playing it like the riff now.
Did you have the riff going into the session, or you created it basically on the spot?
I'm not going to even take that much credit. I just played it. It just came out. It just happened because that's a thing that was comfortable for me to play. I was just jamming. I was literally getting comfortable. That's my way of getting comfortable is I noodle, right? For those who don't know, noodling is just like you just start playing guitar while someone's talking, and it's quite irritating to the person talking. But it's the only way that I can process the way that some people talk is to noodle while they talk. And I mean, to the point where like when I went on the road with Taylor Swift for the first time and I did that tour, I started the show. I was so nervous because it was my first arena show. I started that show by just walking on stage and just noodling because I was like, this is the only way my central nervous system is going to be able to handle facing 20,000 people. And so I would start the show every night just by myself, just noodling. And still to this day, like, when I'm trying to figure out the energy of a crowd and like figure out how that goes, like noodling is my way of calming myself. So.
Hunter Hayes is in the studio. This is the Zak Kuhn Show. We're going to be right back. We're going to talk about Taylor, and we're going to talk about a little bit more of the writing process. I don't think we cover it enough. We're going to be right back with Hunter. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back with Hunter Hayes live in the studio. So you're on tour with Taylor Swift. Give me a good Taylor Swift story.
Well, you got to remember, this is my first arena tour, right? So like I'm learning about etiquette. I'm touring etiquette, right? I'm learning the flow of the day. You know, that tour was, here's the part that I'm probably the most obsessed with. That tour was 20 buses and 20 or so trucks. So I watched the production load in and load out every day. We were doing literally anything that came. I mean, still to this day, I think most of my seasons are just kind of a say yes to anything kind of thing. And this was definitely one of those seasons. So we were doing like this is the first time, because we were on the tour for only 10 dates, it was like there was no place for me to do like a meet and greet or a time for me to do like a meet and greet. So like every day I would tweet out something and I would meet people at Starbucks. Literally coffee house used to be my like meet and greet, and it was just like hang, tables, coffee, sit. I would go table to table and just like sit and talk with everybody. And that started at a literal Starbucks in Grand Rapids, because that's what made sense. We'd go middle of the day, Starbucks, we'd come back. If we heard, need to breathe sound checking, then we knew that we were about to sound check. I was acoustic. We were at the front of the T out, the thrust, they call it, the stage that kind of comes.
What tour was
out
this?
from the stage? Speak Now, I believe. So we were at the front. So like my first stadium show, Lincoln Financial Field, was with this tour. We were on this thrust, in front of the PA. So that was my first time experiencing what it's like to play something and then hear it like 2 seconds later, and like have to perform a whole show like that. So and it was awesome to watch, because I think that crew, top notch. Everybody's at the peak of their game. They're so good at what they do.
Was she ever around, or would she just come?
Oh,
in
for
and
sure,
go?
dude. I came off the stage after the first show, and she was standing right behind the stage, and she was like, "I watched the whole thing. Great
You don't
job."
do that with your openers, do you?
I do when I can. Yeah, I try. It's tough because I have a very strict warm up. My tour manager's in the room, so she knows this. But I have a very strict warm up / like mental gymnastic exercise pre-show to like get me in the zone and focused and centered and some version of calm and excited. But yeah, I like when I did my first arena tour, I would go out and watch. It was Daniel Bradbury and Dan and Shay. I would go out and watch their sets almost every night for that tour, because I had more time to warm up during the day.
Do you get more nervous arena crowd or like a smaller intimate crowd?
I would have probably said a smaller intimate crowd, but it's both equal. The opportunity you have in the room is to start opening your eyes and like reading people and like attaching to the people who are in it and connected and going, okay, this is going well. I know how to, I can feel the room and I can work with the room. I can work with everybody's, vibe, energy, whatever you want to call it. With an arena show, it's all about what's happening in your head. And so I've gone through
so far away, right?
Yeah. Like I find myself in positions where like I'm making up whatever the audience is experiencing, and it's all in my head. So on a good day, it's amazing. On a bad day, it's rough.